Today I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous Monstera Leaf tumbler. This is from my March designer box. Every designer box comes with 2 pattern vinyl sheets and 3 coordinating glitters, but today I decided to leave the glitters out because I had this vision for this gorgeous pattern. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. We're going to start off today by using a 24 plump from the Tipsy Magnolia. I have this prepped and ready to go. And then I have this Monstera Leaf vinyl from my shop. This was in a past designer box, but today we're not going to be using the colors because I had a great idea for these really pretty leaves. I cut it at 6 inches, and then I'm going to take a ruler and mark an inch down from the top and an inch down from the bottom. Now I'm going to stand my tumbler up and just take my ruler, making sure it is laying flat on my desk and making a line going vertically up my tumbler as well. Those will be guides for our vinyl. We are going to lay our vinyl on the straight line, and we are going to make sure our vinyl is placed in between those top and bottom markings. I have only pulled back about an inch of the backing just to tack my vinyl down and make sure it's all lined up. Once I figure out if it's on there straight, it is ready to go. And I just slowly push in that crease in between the vinyl and the tumbler, pushing firmly, making sure there are no bubbles or creases. And then I will just let the backing naturally fold off the back. When you have reached the beginning of your vinyl, you are going to take the rest of the backing off of your vinyl, and then I just fold back that excess, making a firm crease, and then I will follow that crease with an X-Acto knife and cut off the excess. Now I'm going to tape off the vinyl sections towards the top and bottom, and then we are going to paint those sections with some black chalk paint. If you prefer to use spray paint, you can absolutely do that on this step. Just make sure you have all of your vinyl taped off, or you have some saran wrap or something around that midsection just to avoid any overspray. I want to make sure these top and bottom sections are completely coated with no stainless steel showing underneath. It took me a couple coats to get that look with this chalk paint. Your sections are fully coated, feel free to remove that tape and set it to the side to allow it to completely dry. Once your paint is dry, we are going to take some tack it over and over, and I am just going to use my finger. I thought on this section that a brush would make it look too uniform, and I really wanted it to appear a little bit more distressed. So I am just going to find some sections that I feel like adding some gold leafing would just be really pretty. I am not taking this too over the top, just adding a few little speckles here and there by tapping my finger, and then we are going to let that dry completely. Once your tack it is dry, it will be clear, and then we are going to take these gold leafing flakes, and they will literally stick to anything that has a little bit of stick. So this is why I said to go a little bit more sparse with that tacket, because a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to put this on my finger and I'm just going to kind of tap in those sections where the tacket is, and then I have a little bit more control on how much is actually applied to my tumbler as well. Once you get that applied, I usually just rub my finger over there and make them lay flat. Once you get all of your gold leafing on, it is a good idea to take some spray sealer and spray seal your gold leaf sections, because these, if there is any extra when you epoxy it, they will float around in your epoxy. I hope that makes sense. Now I have cut out some black cheetah spots, and I'm just going to pick up 2 or 3 on my transfer tape, and I'm just going to lay those sporadically on my tumbler as well. Now you should have your tumbler look something like this. Now take your tumbler over to your turner and add a coat of epoxy. Now I have cut out some Monstera Leaves SVGs and 2 thicknesses of striping. The Monstera Leaves can be up to whatever discretion you want. I'm sure I found these on Etsy a while back. They do not have to match the exact pattern on the vinyl pattern. That's what gives it this really cool visual interest. But we are going to take those gold Monstera Leaves, and we are just going to find a leaf, and we are going to place those kind of off center and give it kind of an offset look around some of those leaves that are on the vinyl. Now that your leaves are applied, you are going to take that thicker stripe of vinyl that we cut out and place that at the top and bottom of our pattern vinyl. Once that is applied, you're going to take the thicker stripe and place it on the top and bottom about 1/4 of an inch away from that thicker stripe. Now take your tumbler over to your turner and add your final layers of epoxy. And here is our tumbler all finished. I think it turned out super gorgeous, and I love that we just built on top of that already beautiful vinyl. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.